But that brings me back to British Columbia and how we have unfolded our tenure reform and the practices here in British Columbia. You know, I still remember, in fact, I still have a copy of the document here, the old newspaper from April 2003, when the BC Liberal government at the time said, oh, we have got a new plan. They took out a full-page ad, Honourable Speaker, full-page ad. Now let's just review it and see how they're doing. Let's do a bit of a report card on what really happened. Because here's what they said in their ad. Their BC Heartland strategy and this new forest revitalization was going to diversify the economy for global competitiveness. Fail? No, that didn't happen. We've got corporate concentration, and I'll go through that in a minute. Now let's talk about, we're going to open up new opportunities for smaller companies and value added. Again, Honourable Speaker, fail. Why? Because the value added industry, the remanufacturing industry reports themselves that they've been gutted. Less than half the value added and remanufacturing jobs remain in British Columbia. That is a real serious failure. Has nothing to do with the technological change. It has everything to do with the policy of this government and what they did in impacting value-added and remanufacturing. But that's what they promised, Honourable Speaker. That was the promise then. Value-added industry, community forests, woodlots, they were going to sustain good high-paying jobs. Wrong. We lost 25,000 forest jobs, and that's after you account for the 10,000 that they have added back in some places with new opportunities, but we're still short 25,000 because it was over 35,000 that lost their jobs, Honourable Speaker. More than 204 manufacturing plants were closed to forest communities all over British Columbia. The other thing in that ad, it says, and this is directly related to this Bill 25 and the proposal to deal with BC timber sales. Because here in this ad, this dusty ad that I dusted off and looked at, and again, it's quite amazing to read through because it says the revitalization plan will achieve this by reallocating 20% of the timber now held by the major forest companies. The amount of timber will eventually be available in the open market will grow to 45%. Nope, that didn't happen either, Honourable Speaker. There's been, and there was going to be no current changes in the current restrictions on the export of logs from Crown lands. Well, no, I guess they could wrap their arms around the old legislation, but there was a little matter of the minister acknowledging and agreeing that he did sit down and basically tell the Timber Export Advisory Committee that that's all very interesting what you guys think, but I've got a better plan and we're going to cancel, if not dozens, I know it was over 85 timber export licenses that other people wanted to claim back, and no, it wasn't permitted. So you look at those promised changes for the better, and again, it's really sad. Actually, I'm not happy to report that it's all bad news and all wrong, but it is the reality, and it's all about holding people accountable for what they say and what we find in reality.